Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only...
Not interested in your
Darius is an...
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott.
The place is not beautiful per se, but...
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like...
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't...
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lived?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city.
If some misfortune...
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
I understand your need for solitude.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I will see you later. I'll leave you alone. Hello again. Very well. Goodbye then. Hello again. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense.
All right.
Don't you see we're on the same side?
I'm nothing like you.
Yes, you are. You too believe.
I have to admit you.
Что это за мужик?
It's locked, all right.
If you want to talk to Dorothy,
We've not been formally introduced.
I am Dar.
Да, кого угодно ёбну.
Да, нужно, мне кажется, отправиться. Не, я могу это все типа сделать, но мне надо это в кабинет свой.
So Dorothy,
Like
she seems
more.
Ты писем.
Goodbye, Mr.
Да, давай. Подожди, я сказал, что это на второй этаж.
Тебя еще кто звонит?
Сколько дешевого джина. То, что нам надо. Таблетасы. Что за доктор такой, который все пиздит?
Доктор-помогатор. Древние браколаки. Древние браколаки.
Мне кажется, не поняла.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Не, ну я хз, я в медицине не особо разбираюсь.
Пиздец.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Yes, I know. You are true to your reputation, Dr. Reed. Dedicated and precise. No one could have done more.
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Его вообще реально
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No, there was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Пока. Чек.
Да я знаю.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Оставите в живых или... Или убить?
Нет. Нет.
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
It's locked, all right.
Oh, Christ! Filthy piece of shit! Oh my God! Где у меня маркер стоит, я не понимаю. Типа вот этот я знаю, а еще один где-то стоит.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous...
Oh.
Ah!
You look ill, Miss Swan.
I'm perfect.
I'd like to see what... I have this thirst for blood. Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid...
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you...
Oh.
I will see you later. A gun? I'll...
Мне нужно полечить его, а потом зажать.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boys! The bloody crime! Bloody vermin! Kill it! Crush the leech, boys!
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Где эту воду найти? Ладно, надо прокачать. Кибербывание.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick. Good evening. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ella.
Может, он их зачаровывает, и они не видят его глаза. Да, кстати, у нас там какая-то новая херня появилась. Копье Ставим. Теневая завеса. Теневой туман. Понятно, опять
What happened?
Не, не похож.
It's all right. What are you?
Yeah, it's just...
You're very...
Yeah.
You can...
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
How are you?
I'm not your...
Do you need assistance?
I'm all right.
подписываемся. Блин, что так долго, ё-моё. Там всего косаря получилось, что мало.
No, not now. Not me, please. I'll be good.
This has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough accordion.
Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid.
A gun? I can't believe I'm doing this.
The Swanborough accordion can be the answer.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price. Good
Excuse me,
quality.
sir.
Come on.
I have a...
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist.
A doctor?
Really?
I'm Joe Peterson.
А? О, может.
Can I offer...
The name?
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Soon the time will come when you will all be judged for
Good.
his fault.
Don't you fear...
Faith,
No doubt your faith will prevail.
blessed be your generosity.
Пятерка это, по-моему, это получается самая последняя.
I have had enough for tonight.
Не видел.
Most of them don't speak English.
Good evening. Do you need...
That would be...
If you persist in investigating the...
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Hello again, miss. Tell me, Camellia, how are things now that... Very well.
Надоело. Когда пятерка появится, я первый сожру. Тупая. А ты что тут мутишь?
Good evening. And good evening...
А тебе как?
Do you need... It may... I am...
understand your appetite. The nutrition of my mouth. I'll leave you.
Resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London. I will not let you down, Miles.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you...
I don't want to talk, mate.
I suppose that this pain is the reason.
Yes.
Could you at least tell me your...
Morton.
How painful.
So painful, I'd rather not talk.
I'll let you get...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid...
You are not a burden, sir.
And you have my...
I have to...
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you? I'm Dr. Jonathan...
I'm Beatrice.
What can you...
Not much.
May I ask if you have an occupation?
I'm a teacher by profession.
Are you...
Yes, thanks to my husband.
What do you think?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure...
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed.
but I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Mrs. Good evening.
I'm okay.
Tell me about you.
I don't want to talk.
I have to...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Not now. Please come back later.
Spare your obedient slave.
Simpletons, these nurses.
Good evening, Miss
Dr. Reed.
What do you mean?
I was not my...
You remained...
Thank you, Doc.
Have you made...
Not really.
You never came...
You're preaching to the converted.
How do you...
I feel exhausted.
You're in good hands.
Thank you, sir.
What do you do?
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the dock.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine.
Are you
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith.
Goodbye, mister.
No decency! All liars and thieves!
But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Miss Hub.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
I'll leave you.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Good evening. Goodbye for now.
With the fever.
Damn. The pain.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next...
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I haven't...
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our... hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not more in practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like...
More a society, and like all the best ones.
Are there many vampires?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend...
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember...
That sounds like a lesson from...
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan.
What is it you...
Fear has long since flown this form.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Doctor.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Soldier.
Not really.
As long as you remain...
Don't think...
Goodbye.
Damn.
I'm in pain.
Hello?
I need my medication.
Goodbye, mister.
No decency. All liars and thieves.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
How is the...
Not well.
Why does Milton dislike...
I don't know.
Why
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about...
How would you...
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst us.
You must get a hold...
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
Nurse Hawk...
I wish I could believe you. But what if this...
How long have...
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is...
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse.
Sorry, Doctor.
Goodbye.
I'm quite...
Do you need...
Don't be...
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention.
Thank you.
Good evening, Doctor. I am... Do you need my med... You don't have to... Goodbye, Doctor. Good evening. Good evening. Is there anything... Really? Unfortunately, you are not the only... Tell me about... I'm just a regular... I was more... I'm a cop. Are you satisfied? Well, I won't... Are you sure you don't... In other... Tell me about the doc... Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different. What do you mean? I often had... Goodbye for... Oh, sweet girl.
But in circumstances, I'm
Reads me like a book.
benefit of the doubt.
I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical attention as well?
Do you know you're...
Despite what you think of...
Well, at least you're...
Goodbye. Good evening.
I'm okay.
Tell me about it.
I don't want to...
I have to...
Good evening, sir.
Wait me the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me... What a blundering idiot. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need...
I'm afraid.
Our job...
That's easy.
Goodbye, Mill.
Surely I can...
Good evening.
So it is...
Do we... Actually, Doctor...
He was all...
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think...
No. We must keep on healing all those...
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that.
You don't have to blame her for her...
I'm not that kind of man, mind it.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are...
It's not exactly the best situation in London.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the staff?
Some are really good, and others are not so good.
Any opinion?
I don't always agree with Dr.
Ah, yeah.
Don't get me...
Tell me,
Nurse...
You really seem to...
I'll go even...
Goodbye, Doctor. Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you require...
I will be...
No.
I'll try.
Goodbye, nurse.
The patients are not fools. They know we are overwhelmed by this horrifying epidemic.
It's here again.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. I need blood.
I'll leave. It's locked. Good evening.
And good evening to you.
Goodbye, Doctor.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening.
Always a pleasure to meet
a colleague.
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
No.
Please show me.
Of course.
It's locked.
Good evening.
Do you need...
Well, and that...
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana. Hello again.
Yes.
Do you need...
Don't get me...
I'm certain you have your... Goodbye. Hello again.
I'm a turn.
What caused your phobia?
It happened last year following an...
Go on. I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wait.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by him.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors.
Goodbye. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important.
This strain of flu. It's very different from the one...
Really? What ma...
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently
I see. Do you have...
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish...
This is very interesting.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show it...
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading and could...
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and you...
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here.
We'll discuss this more later.
No, thank you, Jonathan.
But as I...
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
The flower's dying. It needs water. I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.